live.
It's so cool. We all have our own little cameras. Like, he's nasty.
I totally did not update the title on my Twitter. Damn it.
It's okay. What's the actual title right now? Let's be that person.
I'm pretty sure you're Jason Docton on my Twitter.
Oh, right no.
Yeah, let's check. Let's fix that right now.
Take your time.
Also, if you want to draw a host down, go ahead too. We got that set up.
What?
If you wanted to host.
Oh yeah, right. Of course, that's a good idea.
Nice.
I always forget I can do that for some reason. I always forget that.
I do too from time to time, but it's whatever.
I'm always like, oh, my friend's on Twitch, watches but doesn't do it. I just forget I can do that. Let's see.
Someone says, "Oh God," and add help.
Yay.
What?
Right.
Chat. I'm just gonna go ahead. It's dash host, right?
Yeah, that's host and then D disciple. Oh, just one word.
Oh, and hey D, tap on Kelsey's feed on your end so that it locks that camera.
Why do we have so many viewers already before I even started anything? Your stream goes in. Your stream goes in.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot more just like social media, what's it called? The influence rate was a lot higher on all of these postings than previous postings. Even more than like zero. People resonate more with this.
Her name is Leanne.
Yeah.
Leanne. Her name is Leanne. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna keep it locked in on you. I don't know how to keep it locked.
Yeah, just tap just like that.
I did. Oh, you see it? Just like that?
Yeah.
Alright, work.
Yeah.
Alright, let me start up everything. Hi everyone, we're not fully started yet. You'll know when we're started once you hear the music.
Okay, damn.
Disciple is never on time for his own show. I am fashionably late. And my friend's doing something, and my roommate's doing something in another room.
Oh, hey, also, change the name tag for Kels. It's right now. It says my name.
Really? Well, I have a special guest on the bottom side.
Yeah, but above that it says Asterion next to.
All right. We'll fix this. You don't have to be so picky.
I don't know. I mean, that's my identity. She's stealing my identity.
She can steal your identity. It's her show.
Yay!
I think we just hit a coup. It's a coup. I'm getting kicked out. Shit.
Good.
I'm going in as Leanne today.
Yeah. I'm gonna introduce you as Leanne too.
All right.
Every once in a while, I'll just. Oh yeah. I mean, Kels.
All right. So 3, 2, 1. Music starting. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Mind Games. Today we have from recently sponsored ICE EMG Supergirlkels. I know most of y'all know her from her fun streams when she's bodying people with Kirby and Sonic, playing Sonic Heroes and all types of things with her girlfriend Leanne and everything. So I want to make sure y'all say hi, make sure we're going on. Kels, how you doing today?
Hey, thank you so much for having me here. I'm really excited to talk to you guys, answer some questions, and just be part of the hype.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah, it's mad fun. So I don't know if you guys have seen like any of the previous episodes that we had. Like I know we sent you a link and everything before, but most of the time, like if you guys are new to the chat, we want to talk more into the more in-depth more depressed of our mindset throughout gaming, like our depression, anger, and everything else. And let me lower the music real quick, so as I keep talking and everything. So Asterion, can you start it off?
As we're getting into a really deep, dark conversation, it's like, Teletubbies in the background or something.
There's always going to be some Teletubbies in the background or something. I'm expecting like a Supersonic to run around or something or anything, but
that would be a great add-on.
That'd be great for a back screen someday.
Jesus.
So we're gonna let Astarion start this off as I update the text because he's afraid of his identity being stolen by Kelsey right now.
I mean, if she wants to be me, like, I guess that's fine.
It's too late. She's you today, so.
Yeah.
So obviously, we just said it. First off, congrats for getting signed by EMJ and Ice. That's super sick.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I kind of made a promise to myself I wouldn't make any Canada jokes or gotta go fast foot jokes. But
too late.
I gotta ask at least one Canada question.
Okay.
On poutines, because this has come up on Twitter like a couple times with D and I and others, and everyone has just their own stuff about poutines. So,
okay.
Before anything, poutines, go.
Poutine is the greatest gift that Canada has ever received. Like, you don't understand. Like, if you have not had poutine, you can't say what your favorite food is. You can't live life as if you've known every food group that's supposed to go together. Everything you know does not make sense until you reach poutine. It is addictive. It is so bad for you, but it's so good for the soul. And it's a very hard habit to break for all Canadians. So
can I add on to the poutine real quick?
Go on.
All right, so I live in Minnesota, and I'm pretty close to most of the provinces in Canada.
Yeah.
Poutine is that meal that doesn't make sense, but it does once you eat it and everything.
Exactly. The first time I ever saw a poutine, I found it so gross.
Yeah, when you look at it the first time, you're like, ew, what is this? And then you eat it, you're like, oh my God.
Exactly. Like, and you have to be careful though where you get it, because like if you go to like the best poutine is in Quebec for sure. Like Montreal, like we have the best poutine hands down. But if you go to like other places, it's kind of not done how it's supposed to be. So if people think that's good, you have to come here and try some.
We'll have to make sure to come to Montreal.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like the first thing I do. Like how I always go to SoCal and get me an In-N-Out burger.
Yes. I'm
Montreal, give Kelsey a hug, and then we're like, all right, let's go to poutine right now.
That's all. We're not gonna care. We're just gonna go get poutine.
Don't even care.
I just imagine you like abandoning, like, yeah, this is Smash Tournament. You're emceeing it, but poutines.
I've done it. I've done it before for sure. There's been weeklies I've gone to with friends, and I would get there. I like where the weeklies where I used to go to. They were kind of like downtown, like right in the middle of like great poutine areas. So I would get there, meet up some friends, and then we would just look at each other and be like, nah. And then we just leave the weekly and we end up going to get poutine instead.
And Kels knows that I would literally ditch out on part of like the tournament. Remember in Florida when we had the dude kept getting us Cinnabon the entire time?
Dude, you are the best bodyguard in the world. Yeah,
or like I would just go and like, all right, dude, you got some responsibilities. I'm like, nah, man, I gotta get me a Cinnabon. I'll be right back.
No, seriously, like you've known me for so long. Like I think since I was maybe like 17 or something.
We're a bra baby.
Yeah. You've always been kind of like that big brother. You know, you always look out for me, and I definitely so trust you so much, and you're so good at what you do within the community. So.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, yeah. See, Nico Bellic's like, yeah, I had a cinnamon bun. Yeah, you already know. Had to buy one of those. Okay, so.
Right. So yeah, I mean, the show, not normally about poutines, but let's get back to.
Now we gotta get to the serious topic.
Yeah, we gotta get to
the warm up.
Yeah, this was the warm up to get people like riled up about poutine and everything. Now we're just gonna just destroy all their hype right now. So, Staron, you're better off at asking this question. So hit her up with this one.
Yeah, I mean, you've been last few days with promoting this, and even before this, you're pretty vocal, pretty open about having overcome depression, having struggled with anxiety. I guess the first question that we kind of got with Jason, I want to ask you, what was that pivotal turning point where you're like, all right, I've hit a low and it's time to move up and get better?
I think what really when I hit my low was when I graduated high school. Like, I think I was at my lowest point where I was failing every single one of my classes. I didn't really care. Mm-hmm. I I think I was like maybe 40% in most of them. I think only like English and like the dramas and stuff was like the passing like 80s or something.
Completely
But
opposite of me.
you like math and stuff?
Dude, I love math and science. English just I hated it. I just hated doing homework. But keep going,
I
keep
was
going.
I can't do. I'm like not a math person, but I would be able to do it, but I just didn't try. I was at the point where I just didn't want to try anymore, and I didn't really care what really happened to me, and I just kind of got in my head a lot. There was days where I just like I think I missed my final year of school. I think I missed more than half of my school days because of anxiety. I
Oh,
just would wake up every single morning and be extremely sick all the time where I would shake, I would faint, and it was all regarding to the stress I had in my stomach with everything going on in my life, and I was just not wanting to go to school because of it. There was also some bullying going on and stuff like that.
yeah.
So I just decided to stay home, and eventually I had a teacher. It was actually my math teacher, and it was her first year teaching, so she was like in her maybe mid 20s or so, and she took me out of the class after one day, and she told me, she's like, you have a lot of potential, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to you like some girls are heading to, because you're a lot better than that, and I see how smart you are, and you missing class is just dragging you down and down like more and more. And she recommended me to see the guidance counselor at school, and I got to speak to her a lot. And eventually I started to just trust people more and more, a little bit. And it was more adults. It's not really people my age. Um, but since then, I just kind of was like, okay, like well, you know what? I can actually get somewhere. And my guidance counselor was telling me how low my grades are, that I'm not even going to make it into college. And I think that was the break point where I was just like, what am I doing with my life? Like, is this really what I want to do because of what happened to me or because of this happening to me? So I just kind of said it's time to move on.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's when I started my YouTube channel, and that's what got me into college. And since then, it
Nice.
started to get a little better every year until I was finally okay.
awesome. That's awesome. Good shit.
Yeah.
It's I think it's funny that it was the math teacher that connected with you
Yeah,
since you
I
don't
know,
like math.
right?
And
The class you were struggling in, and the teacher just like, I can read you. I got the algorithm right here, girl.
I
I
mean,
like a lot of teachers really saw what I was kind of feeling, I guess. It was very obvious that I was feeling a lot of anxiety, where I was in class, either I fall over on a chair and faint, or I would be like twiddling around everywhere. I'm like not looking at, listening to what the teacher's saying. Like my eyes were like very, very like pale. I didn't eat a lot at all because of how much stress I had in my stomach.
yeah,
So I would get even sicker because of that. And so everyone would really just see me very like pale and not well. So that's when they would know, okay, like something's gonna happen or something's up. And
yeah.
I'd leave the class, and I probably wouldn't come back till the end of the class, or sometimes just not come back. And yeah, so that's when, it just took that one teacher to tell me, hey, yeah, like let's settle this right now, type of thing.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah. I
Super
think
awesome.
I think your teachers are very, very important. Like I hated high school, but one thing I do have to thank about the specific high school I went to was the teachers, because the teachers were so like magnificent, and they really cared about their students. So
Oh yeah, no, I mean, in high school for me there were like a few teachers, and I'm like I always liked math and science way more than English and history.
mm,
And I had an English teacher my junior year who a lot of the same thing. Like he always kind of, I felt like he was more in tune with understanding kind of where my frustration in high school was coming from.
yeah,
And I always just found that interesting that this guy that I was doing terribly in his class, he seemed to get it better than all my math and science teachers who were like, oh, he's doing fine. It's like, no, he's struggling, and I think I know why. And I think that's something that a lot of teachers can't do, but the ones that can, it's super special.
yeah, yeah. I definitely agree with you. I think that it literally does take, for anybody who could be going through a lot, depression wise, or even just people who are going through things that lock you into your head and into what you're feeling. It takes that one person to just pull you out for 1 second and just tell you, like, hey, I care and I'm here and this is what you are, not this. You know what I mean? Give you an outside view rather than what you think about yourself for once. So
y'all lucky, man. Y'all hella lucky. I didn't have teachers like that. Like, I had some that were cool, but like most of them just like ripped me off and everything back during high school. Like, literally the principal or like the counselor dude that's supposed to like lecture you and everything, he kept trying to put me in remedial classes and everything because he literally thought I was retarded. So and then like had a racist ass teacher the other day that literally would let any racist remark slide, and if I said anything I got yelled at. It was, fun times. But I did have some cool teachers though and everything. So but all those teachers that had your supports and everything, like I feel like a lot of them do. And like it's always like just that one that will come at you and just like, hey, I think I figured out what's going on, and boom, like they'll just hit it up.
Yeah, because you're always told like you should talk to your teachers, talk to your parents about this stuff, but it becomes very, very hard, especially like for me specifically at the time. Like my parents were not doing well at all, and like my mom at the time was having a lot of problems with alcohol, and my dad was just someone that we did not get along at all, and it was kind of very mentally like abusing for me. So I just didn't trust adults at that point, and I wasn't thinking, I'm not going to go talk to my teacher, like she's an adult, I'm going to be judgmental and she just wants me to do my work and that's it, she doesn't care. So it really did help that one person just stood out of that zone and was like, no, I'm a person like you and I can help, type of thing.
This is good because I hate when a lot of adults were like super dismissive towards kids and everything back then.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and they wonder why we didn't want to talk to them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and there's a lot of teachers still that I don't even know why they're teachers, to be honest.
Right? Like, dude, you're not helping. You're just making it worse. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a paycheck.
Yeah. And I feel like some teachers just, I will never understand their incentive to get into teaching simply because I don't think they enjoy teaching. At least the group that they are teaching. Like I've met a good number of elementary school teachers. It's like, I don't think you like 7-year-olds that much.
Yeah, I've met a couple of those.
I feel like you just think they're still babies, and that's fine. Why are you teaching 7-year-olds in that case?
Yeah.
But I think by high school, it fleshes out into these two camps where it's like these teachers that really want to help students, and these teachers that are like, well, I learned how to teach, so I guess I'm going to teach. And I think that's, there's a weird fundamental wrong to that, but there's, it comes down to essentially how many teachers there are.
That's it.
How many people that are into it that really want to do it.
Yeah.
So, but I'm super happy that, both of us have had such good experiences with teachers.
Yeah, exactly.
It's reassuring and reaffirming whenever I hear good teacher stories because I know that there are so many bad teachers.
Yeah, there's still some good ones out there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's keep going on like towards on this subject and everything. Like you started to build yourself up through YouTube, got yourself into college. Let's jump in towards like now. Let's jump in. Obviously, let's get the elephant out the room. You're a girl gamer. You're a grill. So
I'm a grill. I hate that word.
Yeah, I know everyone does. Well, I had to throw it out there because it goes into my next topic of what we want to discuss. Because February was mostly about like the girl gamers and everything, and how like different they are compared, like how their tournament gaming experience is out there. So I know like you probably have gotten a lot of hate and everything throughout your times throughout Smash or any type of gaming. Do you want to touch up on that?
Yeah, definitely do get a lot of hate. A lot more back then, especially when I first started, because people guys didn't, accept the fact that there was a girl playing. Just my username itself, Supergirlkels, there was a lot of people that made fun of that. And would just kind of pass rumors that, oh no, she's actually a guy. That kind of, it started like that, and then you know, that's when, like, when I got a Facebook when I was like 14, people started to find my Facebook and take my photos and like Photoshop them and make them into a guy and like
Jeez.
say that like I'm actually trans and stuff like that. And
The denial was real. Holy crap.
yeah, like like some people, it all started like back on All Is Brawl. I would play Brawl there, and like people would just take like photo, like whenever I would beat them in a ranking game, they would just like, some of them would not take it at all and they would dispute the match against me, or like just find my photos and do something like that, or share it with friends or whatever, and start calling me all these things, and have conversations posted on the internet about what people say about me and stuff like that. And it was really, really hard to handle at first, because I became extremely like self-conscious about the way I looked all the time. I would like be super judgmental of, oh, my you know, my eyes are a bit wider than other, like something random like that, a bit wider than usual, so I'm gonna wear glasses wherever I go. And I did for the first couple of tournaments. I did not show eyes, like something simple as that. I would just wear sunglasses and keep it with me. Or like I would or people really hated my hair because it was fuzzy and it looked like a triangle.
What the hell?
Yeah. So I would straighten it wherever I would go. Every tournament I would have straight hair. I would never keep it curly for the beginning. And like just things like that. And then the name calling became, you know, harassment, and people would just comment on my All Is Brawl certain words and over and over and over again, and people would make a trend out of that, which is really dumb. And what else did I get? Then eventually I got some like some threats, like some death threats, and as well as like, people who wanted to like hurt me, as in rape me, and then like show off about it. Like it was some really disgusting stuff, and those people, I ended up calling like cops in that area, and it was for a certain user, and he ended up getting banned from his community like 2 weeks before that message. So
wow.
So he was obviously going through something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's situations like that, and then obviously there's the whole like people being fake about what they really think about you and etc. But that's just normal stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. Back then, like anyone that's new that weren't around during the Brawl times, like All Is Brawl era and everything, or the Smash Sports era.
Yeah.
That was not a friendly time for a bunch of people, especially on the East Coast. It was, oh man, you know, like a lot of the players that y'all look up to, they were dicks back then. So
They were.
They were super dicks. Like I was
a brat though, so
yeah, you were. Like,
yeah, I was a brat.
Like you weren't completely innocent, but I mean, like you had people coming at you, so I mean, you had to lash out some way. I mean, you were a teenager, so it's fine. Everyone has their vices.
I'm gonna pause you for 1 sec, D, because don't tell me that Axe was ever an asshole, because that man just seems like the sweetest.
No. Jeff was an innocent little boy that he's gonna kill me because I'm about to tell this story. But Jeff was the most innocent little child ever. Like good boy. You know, if he sees a pretty girl, he like went all mush face and everything. Which brings me to one of the funniest stories. So this is still going on with the girl gamers and stuff.
Okay.
So, well, it was at a first Genesis. Like we decided to skip out on winners finals between Homie Box and Mango, and we went to go get pizza and everything. We went to go get food. We found this little pizza shop, and there was like this really like cute girl that was working in behind the counter.
Oh yeah.
Her and I start flirting with her and everything. We start talking. We like literally like it looked like it was about to seal the deal. Then she had this most disgusting face on her, expression on her face, just like. And she looks over at Axe, and this is before Axe. This is when Axe still had braces and everything. So like, he was. eye gawking her and slightly drooling because she was so cute and everything. And I look over, I'm like, actually, dude. He's like, huh? And I'm just like,
Oh my God.
after that, like, ruined the entire, like, she didn't want anything to do with us after that. She gave us our food and we just went out. I'm just like, I can't believe that, man. It's like, I'm sorry. He's like, he's probably not going to see this unless someone tags him or like clips this part. But he don't need to know about this story. But,
Oh my God.
but it still brings me to the part where about like the whole girl game experience back then. Because I remember when I played against Corymon the first time when when Genesis had Brawl and everything there. And Corymon, she was like the Game & Watch. I had no idea how to fight Game & Watches or anything. And she was like, she bodied me. Like, she beat me. I think it was like 2-1, 2-0. I think it was 2-0. But yeah, she bodied me. And I remember talking to one of my friends because they asked me, like, how'd you do? I'm just like, oh, I just lost against this player named Corymon. She was like Game & Watch main. I was like, she was pretty good. And they all stopped what they were doing. And they all just looked at me and they said, you lost to a girl?
Yeah, that was always the response.
Yeah, that was always the response. Like if you lost to a girl and everything, you weren't like literally a lot. Everyone just automatically thought you were trash, even if that girl was like extremely good. Like if it was Nicole back then or anything, if we lost to him and all that, didn't matter. It was a girl. You weren't supposed to lose to a girl.
Yeah.
You know, and kind of like piggybacking on the you got beat by a girl thing. God damn. That was always the strangest thing to me because growing up, my best friend was like always a girl, and she kicked my ass, like consistently. I was not good at at fighting games on the PS1, PS2. Hell no, and she kicked my ass. And so whenever it's like beat by a girl, I'm like, yeah, I don't really see the point because she's better than me. But yeah, I got beat by a girl. That's it.
But that's exactly it. That I brought up so many times in interviews that like I think guys think or people think the way they do about that situation where it's like you got beaten by a girl and you didn't find that, abnormal or anything because you were raised like that. You were brought up with having a girl playing video games. You were brought up of getting, your butt kicked or whatever. So for you, it's normal. It's just another person. You never really saw her as like a girl. You just saw her as your friend.
Exactly.
So when it comes to the Smash community, it's just like this girl out of so many guys, and girls don't play video games because we were never shown video games or anything like that. So all of a sudden, if this girl is picking up a controller, not knowing what she's supposed to do, how is she beating you? So she must be bad. Why did you lose? Type of thing.
Because the fun stereotype of every girl, I'm gonna pick Kirby. Jump, 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 jump,
basically,
jump down B and everything.
Stereotype, yeah, for sure.
And real talk, your Kirby's good, but the moment when you still had the Kirby back then and everything, you know how many people probably just brushed you off as like, oh, she's just a scrub and everything. Until they finally played you, they're like, oh my god, I'm getting washed right now.
Yeah, I liked it when they wanted me to go Kirby and then I'd show them Kirby.
And then you just bodied them for no reason. Like, I'm proud of you for that. Keep doing that.
Thank you. Kirby's pretty happy about that too.
I bet Kirby's pretty happy about that. All right. But let's keep it going. We still got some more time, like mad hours to go in. Also, for everyone that's still viewing, thanks for viewing. Probably around the end of the episode, like we always do this thing where we have the viewers ask the special guest questions, or if you want to ask the hostess or anything. But as of right now, we still got to keep this going. So I remember one of the it was in one of the articles a while back. You know, like how you like go to schools and talk about anxiety and gaming and everything. Yeah, we had that with Jason Dockton last episode too, and I still wanted to go in depth with you on that because I actually wanted to have this conversation about like why you just decided to start up that, because I didn't know anything about you in the high school and everything. So I just want to know, like, when you go into those schools, do you feel like you're talking to your past self or anything?
Yeah, for sure. I actually just went to a high school on Monday. Yeah, I just went to a high school on Monday. It was a college, sorry, but it kind of resembled as a high school. And like walking in, even something as simple as the smell like triggered my mind, and it's like I just imagined you know, being in high school and feeling that anxiety because I would remember what I smelled. I remember what was around me when I would feel those things. So I became kind of like it just kind of got drilled into my memory. So walking in there, I definitely felt super awkward and super like, ooh, I'm uncomfortable and like, oh, you know, it was a little weird. But then I just kind of pulled myself back. I'm like, okay, no, this is where I am right now, and let's talk to. And I remember where I was, and I just was like, wow, like I made a really big, I guess, change compared to back then. I never thought I would walk into a school to give advice to other kids or whatever to compared to where I was, because I was in no place to give anyone advice back then. So
and like, how was it? Do you still remember like the first time you did it?
What do you mean?
Like the first time you went into a high school and started talking to everyone about anxiety and depression and all that? Like,
yeah,
the very first one you did, and how you
yeah.
felt?
I thought I was gonna choke. I thought like I was gonna freeze up. I thought I wasn't. I remember like English presentations and like being nervous to stand because I was afraid that I was gonna get sick and fall again, or like that problems that I was having was gonna start up or whatever. And I was just always afraid. So I thought that for some reason that mentality came right back at me, and I thought that that was gonna happen all over again. And I was like, oh my god. But I pushed through. It went well.
That's awesome.
I got one question. In when you go back to the schools, do you ever get like negative feedback where it's like, well, you know, you didn't do that well in high school, and you're just a gamer now? Like, do you ever get that feedback and just think, come on?
I always get like a question about like gaming, like actually, like what, like you know,
Yeah.
like what is in gaming type of thing, but never really against it, especially after I explain it.
Mhm.
The first time I ever spoke to a high school or whatever about what I do or whatever was actually at my high school. I went back to my high school and I did a presentation in front of a bunch of teachers, and it was me promoting a business that I made after graduating college.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give back to my high school and do something for their what is it, for their graduation. So I wanted to make like a video, and I just had to sell myself to teachers that I never behaved in their classes, or I never.
Oh, those teachers.
Yeah, I never, or I was always not coming back, or I would get kicked out or something like that. So teachers that I know were there that did not appreciate me. So I had to sell myself again, and I just I panicked a lot. I definitely stuttered in the beginning a lot, but then I just kind of realized where I was, and I saw how happy they were and how proud they were of me getting to where I was. And the whole presentation, they were smiling and they were super respectful. And they were really happy that I just pushed through and that I made it to where I was. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I've definitely had, so I've gone back to the high school and I've talked to generally it's the graduating seniors and telling them about college and things like that. And you know, I totally admittedly I did pretty poorly in college for a little bit, and man, I've gotten some pretty harsh feedback because they're like, well, you know, we expected you to do so well, this and that. I'm like, well, you know, life sort of hit hard.
Yeah.
And I think there's a certain, like, I at least in my mind, there's a certain necessity to be able to impart that, yeah, things are not going to be always as positive as you may think or want them to be, because, man, life can take a left turn at the most random and unexpected times, and you won't really know what to do about it, and you have to respond really fast. So it's nice that people are pretty accepting of how you're coming at it, and they're willing to say, yeah, life can be hard and you can come out of it. You know, there's always another chance.
Yeah, and like, you know, life isn't perfect.
Yep.
And like you said, things are just going to curveball. You can be having the best 2 weeks of your life, and then one day you're just going to wake up, and like I just had this recently, where it's like you'll wake up one day and you're just in a really shitty day. Like you're just going to feel everything you felt, and you're gonna feel really, really bad about yourself and everything. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's really important to like be in that moment and just feel what you're feeling rather than holding in, and just realizing where you are and being in your mind and talking about it, and then you'll get better again, and you end up learning from that, and that's how you grow, and it gets happy again, and then you're gonna get sad again. Yeah, it's just life.
Yeah, and that's. I think people need to be a little bit more aware of that sometimes. I mean, I know I didn't expect to have as much hardship as I did, and looking back, it's like it was miserable back then, and sometimes it still bubbles up, but I've grown from it, I've learned from it, and I think that's super valuable.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for everything that happened to me in high school, and even the bad days I get, I still continue to learn from every time I get out of it. So
Yes.
yeah.
Right. I feel that too. Like, I'm going to be anywhere where I am today if what happened to me in high school didn't happen. Especially after high school too. Like, there was some scary stuff. It's real
I got
crazy.
into Smash because of what happened to me. Like, Smash was my getaway. I was away from all of that, and when I would miss school and all that, I felt like I wasn't able to do anything in life without feeling sick or without thinking about all my problems. And Smash was the only thing that I was able to do that I didn't feel that anxiety. So it was kind of like a relief to me.
That was going to be my next question, actually.
Ta-da!
Hard reads from Supergirlkels right now from Cassie.
We always playing the game, baby.
The hardest reads ever. Like, following up on it though, like, since how's it related to you now from being from the escape to how you are now in your current situation and everything, like your current life and all that with Smash?
Like, comparison wise, like how everything is.
Yeah, like how does it relate to you now?
Smash is my passion. It's still my getaway. It's definitely a bit more serious than back then. Back then it was really just I'm gonna pick up the controller and play this game, you know what I mean? But now, as I became a competitive top player, I do have to realize, like, sometimes I can't let pressure get to me of like ways I'm supposed to perform in bracket or ways I'm supposed to perform in my local scene. So that sometimes kind of affects your brain a little bit,
Oh yeah.
and it makes you not want to play the game for a little bit. So I try to always, where years ago I would be able to play every single day for months and months and months without, feeling like I don't want to play anymore. And I would just like focus on that, having fun. And now I need to teach myself to, hey, remember why you're playing this. You love this game, and that's exactly why I play it. But if I start playing too long and I'm taking too much notes and I'm getting too serious about it, I'll kind of just not want to play by, the fourth hour or something like that of training. So I kind of just, for the past few years, what I do is I play one day if I'm training for an event, and I won't touch the game at all the second day. And it'll kind of make me crave the game, and it'll kind of make me crave wanting to play. And then I go back the next day, and then I'm okay. So too much Smash, I kind of need a little break. And especially now at like being older, you have like different priorities and stuff like that. So that comes into play, and other things that do make you happy, that you learn about yourself that make you so happy. So you want to share that passion, not give it all to one thing and make it your entire life, because that's how it can blow as well.
Yeah. Ken Wicko, they asked a nice little follow up question towards that. Like, do you feel like that pressure is similar to your school's pressure now with Smash?
Not really, because I feel like I always keep in mind that at the end of the day, it's a game, and it's a game that I love. And if I'm not going to go competitive, it's going to be okay. I can still play this game and have a great life and have fun. Where school, it was just like, if I don't pass this test, I have to go to summer school. And if I go to summer school and fail that, I have to redo this grade. And I'm never going to, like, you know what I mean? It was more serious.
Yeah.
So definitely like 2016, I went through this phase in Smash where I started to get really good. Like back when the whole Mewtwo King set happened, it was right before then.
Apex.
Where I kind of took a 3-month break because I became too in my head where I like felt like I needed to win. I needed to do this so that I can get here and then here. Like I was too serious about the game where I felt like it was just my entire life. I just graduated from college and Smash became my entire life for like that year. So I just burnt out. I went from being the top of my scene to losing to everybody. And I just was like, okay, there's something up, and it's showing in my play. And I was becoming nervous in my play, and I was playing scared, and I wasn't playing myself. So felt good, craved it a lot, came back, and I won my first regional. So that's what happened.
That's good. That's what's up. Big ups on that regional too.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, right. That was actually hype, especially when you beat Mewtwo King too. That was hype. He came up to me after that day was over. He's just like, Cloud sucks. I can't play Cloud.
Oh my god,
it was so funny.
No way.
He's just like Cloud sucks.
And I can see it. That's the worst thing is like, oh, I know exactly the face he made. He just walks up to you
straight
like with a straight face.
We're walking back to the hotel from like that little path area, and like just after all the days over and stuff, because like I was TO and everything. He's just like, Cloud sucks. I can't play this character.
I like remember right before I played Mewtwo King, like that entire weekend, because I got upset at Gommel right before. That was like 2 weeks before Apex, and it was by a Cloud, and it was actually Max Ketchum. So, and that's when Cloud just came out, and I didn't understand the way he worked, and then I figured out Sonic can't spin dash against Cloud. So I practiced Cloud for like 3 weeks straight right before Apex, and then that's what happened. So I was just prepared for the character, but I think the way it made it seem, it was like Cloud sucks type of things. But yeah, then he got me good.
Yeah, he's just like, Cloud sucks. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Oh. Jason.
But speaking about like tournament wins, what do you think about Clem, the Arcadian winner from North Carolina? Do you know about that?
No, I don't know about that.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's Darion sad now. Prem sad.
I'm sorry.
That was his question.
This girl is absolutely freaking phenomenal. She's a melee player, and she's like what, 14? I think.
Yeah. She's
Oh wait, was she at Genesis?
I wasn't at this Genesis, so maybe.
Yeah,
okay, because I saw a girl on stage, and she seemed very young, and she lost the set, but she was like really good, and everyone was like rooting for her and everything. So maybe that's her.
It might have been her. I might have to look into the VODs and everything.
Okay.
That out.
I'm just googling Clem at Genesis.
Well, he's already on it.
I don't see her on the list.
All right. Well, whoever that was on stage, props to you, because she put on a show. She had a great fox. So.
I mean, yeah, no, this girl's like 14, and I just typed in her name, and one of the things that came up was a post from like August 2015.
Wow.
And it's Melee Prodigy, 12-year-old Clem is streaming right now, and oh my lord, that girl is like, I can't imagine being that good at anything at 14 years old.
Seriously? Like,
I was a god at most Sonic games when I was that age.
Yeah, same. Can you send me some sets after this? I would love to check that out.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'll see what I can find.
I can totally pull up some sets later on after this too.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. That's so good. I love that. Like, I'm super inspired by like other women within the fighting game community that just care about themselves and put so much passion to what they love and not focus on anything else. And that's just another example. So that's awesome.
All right. Also, still talking about girl gamers in the fighting game community and overall, like, what do you think that local gaming communities can do better to help like empower a lot of the female gamers out there?
Just treat them as like, as a person. These articles of like like, it's not that I'm dissing any articles or questions or anything about girls specifically, because it is what it is. We are less females in the community, and it is kind of like a problem where people are treated differently. So, like, it's annoying when it's constantly brought up, where it's like someone goes up to you and just says, "Hey, girl, like, how do you feel about being this?" Or it's like, it wasn't on my mind. Like,
right?
like, I'm not looking around the room and I'm not going, look at all these men, like, let's kick their butts. Like, that's not what's
like,
on.
oh man, I'm like the only girl here, man. I'm
It's not on my mind at all. My first tournament ever was Apex 2012, and I walked in and so many people were staring at me, and I couldn't figure out the reason why. Because I grew up with guys, my friends were all guys. I played video games with guys and my cousin. So it just, all my friends on All's Brawl are guys. So I couldn't process the fact of, why are people looking at me? And then I got self-conscious about the way I looked and all that, because I was back then.
Smashers were thirsty, beyond thirsty back then.
That's what I heard afterwards. But
no. They were looking at you like you were a piece of meat. So Tri-State people back then, they were not like, you would not want to be friends with some of them, because some of them, like, you thought they were nice, and then you really realized what they were going for.
Yeah, I mean, even that tournament, I made like 2 friends or something like that, and they ended up just being, like you said, just very thirsty and whatever, and we don't talk anymore. So it's just situations like that just, they want to get you alone somewhere. So
yeah,
and I think I was like, I'm pretty sure I was 16 at the time, not even. I was 16, so it was really weird. But
dude, how old was I? Oh my god, I was 20.
That's really weird, because I only know you for now. So
it's like 22 or 23 back then.
I'm 22 right now, so that's weird.
Yeah. I'm
22, 25. You're what, like 40, D?
Yeah, I'm 45 and everything. No, I'm 29.
Good for your age.
I'm 29. Shut up. You whippersnappers and everything trying to make me feel like an old man. You little young bloods, don't worry. I'll still put a hurt in all you and smash. Don't worry. This old dog still got some tricks.
I don't doubt that. I'm terrible at Smash.
I know that, man. Yeah, you respect your elders. Hi.
You heard that, Kelsey. You have to respect him. He's your elder.
Yep, always.
Dude, Kelsey loves me. So does Mama Dell. Shout out to her in the chat right now.
Look, I have a text for you. Like, she actually texted me before we were talking about the fact that I've known you for so long. I'm going to see if I can put this brightness down so you can read it. But she literally, hold on, I don't know if you can read that, but she literally said, tell him I love him.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you too.
So that's a message from Mama.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so adorable. That's adorable. If I could blush on stream, I would, but I can't. But it's kind of hard to see that. All right. But continue on with this and everything. So we're almost about like.
I want to pause you for a sec. Who posted that? Oh, god damn it!
What?
Kenowiki is a friend. I was just like, I know that name. Kenowiki is like one of my closest friends.
Okay, all right. I love those troll posts from your friends.
That makes so much sense, because I was just like, who would post a paper from the NIH? Who would do this? It makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So thank you for posting that. I'm gonna read through that after this, probably, buddy.
That's pretty funny, actually. I actually clicked on that too. I'm just like, oh. They posted something else. Yeah, they posted the stereotype.
I'm not on it, so I'm very out of the loop. But
it's in the chat. It's in my chat. It's in the Twitch chat right now. So
yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can have it open on my phone.
Yeah, it's very relevant, actually. Like, both of the links that he posted are relevant and everything. But I know you got another question, don't you, Prime?
Yeah. Well, no, I was gonna say what Nico just brought up, I think is a pretty solid question, because given Kelsey's pretty damn good at Smash, what is the most effective way to ease troubling thoughts of anxiety and depression, even if only for the moment, for the sake of turning a set around?
That's definitely a hard one, and it's something that I continue to learn about every single day. Um, it's about like realizing that you're in your head, I guess, where like if you're being pressured a lot and you're in that moment of freaking out or things are not going your way and you're letting the anger frustrate you and the sad and all that, you kind of just need to like realize that you're doing that and what you're feeling is normal and that it's okay. But, you know, let's maybe get out of the head for a sec. Let's just look at what's important. Like, let's just look outside of the box. Let's look at the game for as if I'm just studying it rather than playing it. Sometimes I see things very differently when I do that. And sometimes just turning off the tournament mode, turning it off that I got to win this set, rather like let's not think of that and let's just think of like, hey man, I'm at this awesome tournament. I met some awesome people here and they're rooting for me and they're counting on me. I worked hard for this event. I'm going to give it my all. And I always say to myself that like, if I lose, I'm just going to learn from it. And if I win from it, then I'm just going to keep going, whatever. But whenever I'm out in bracket, I take that opportunity and literally do thousands and thousands of friendlies until I learn what happened.
Yeah.
So that's just an advantage rather than the people who are in bracket. And, you know, they're using up all their energy and fighting their way to the top, and they don't have time to play with anybody. So I think of it like that. And then if it's the other way around, I do the same thing. When I was going through everything, I had a talk with my mom. And I was finally like at that low point and I decided I wanted to change. She had a really good talk with me and she was telling me that like, let's play a game since I love games so much. She's like, any single thing that happens into your life, you're going to put one positive turn on it. Like, let's play that game. And at first it was really, really hard. I couldn't like figure it out because of the state I was in. But eventually I started to think of one thing and then I started to think of something else. I would drop my lunch during school and I would think of something else. And I would just like one after the other. And eventually it kind of got built into my mind. And during tournament, I continued to do that where if something happens, I go, okay, like I have rage now. I could do this, like type of thing. So I never lose track of what I'm able to do in confidence and stuff like that.
Yeah, and also like your mom brought up in the chat that she said there's a way that she helped you was to help you think happy thoughts and like put cold water towels in the back of your neck and breathe. Oh
yeah, that was the times when like I would basically what would happen when I would get anxiety attacks is when it's like my body would shake and I'd become very pale and like my vision would kind of blur out and I would just feel like fainting. I would stop breathing and I would panic and I would become very, very hot. My body would just get very hot. And so she would always, you know, if I was with her, she would just put right away like cold water in the back of my neck and I would cool down. I would breathe better and just think of, you know, for a second of what's happening and just know how to relax and stuff like that.
Just a shout out to Mom Adele because one of the best, got to be one of the best moms in Smash.
Yeah, I agree.
Many other moms better than Kelsey's mom for Smash.
And she'll check a person too. She'll check a person.
Yeah, she's definitely an amazing woman who's always looking out for the best.
And if she don't want to check someone, she'll come find me and I'll go check them for her.
Yeah, and then when she came up to you, like, I want this guy away from her. Like I love, yeah.
Enough is enough. I can't take it.
Yeah, go kill him for me.
He's in the chat, but you good, bro. You're good for now. Let me get a side. There's someone with a side note, and then like there's another fun question. I have another one. Was that Leanne's hand in the background that I saw earlier?
It could be.
She's there. You can see. Hi, Leanne.
Everyone says hi.
Am I in the video?
You were. For a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
you're fine. Don't apologize, man. This is all about. I see that hand. You're looking like Flipper out here right now. Looking like Andre. Y'all remember Andre the Seal? Y'all old enough to remember that movie?
No, I never seen it.
Man, shut up, man. Okay, anyway, back to
what is it? Andre the Seal.
I hate
Damn, what?
all of you right now. So anyway, side note from Nico Bellic 75. Side note, Kels, you changed my life so much, and for that, you have my deepest gratitude. I'll do whatever I can to pay you back for inspiring me to remain in the Smash community and to transform myself into a better person in my eyes, in the eyes of others.
Aw, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's some good shit, man.
Makes me melt. I love seeing comments like that. I really truly believe that, like, example, like the person I was, that was someone that not only was I not well, but like I just was not proud of the person I was. I was not really a good person. So the fact that I got to where I am and now I consider myself a good person, but I can always be a better person. So whenever I see someone troubled or just not, or someone would say that this person's not a good person, like I never tend to give up on those people because I do believe you can change.
Yeah, and he has. Like, I've seen him at some of the events. Like, he's definitely mellowed out compared to before.
Cool. That, I mean, like, it's one step at a time, so that's awesome.
Yes. There was a fun question. Okay, yeah, from Kid. Yeah, from Kid Ed. Kid Eders.
Yo, Kid!
Yeah, Kid. Yo, Kid. Yeah. So, Kelsey, what was it the first time meeting the top players of Smash? And also, how do you feel about the amazing support that you have been getting even towards this day? So 2 questions, actually.
All right. Number one, my first top player I have ever met was Ally because he lives here in Montreal. And I was about 15 years old. And I think I stared at him for, I think, maybe the first 3 tournaments. I couldn't talk to him because I thought he was just some, like, he's like this legend that I look up at for Brawl. So I would just kind of stare and watch his games and take notes and whatever. And then eventually he started saying hi to me and I was just like, oh my God. And then I got, I think, top 8 in one of the weeklies. I think after 3 weeks of going, I started to get top 8. And then he was telling me that I had a lot of potential and that I was really good and stuff like that. So that made me feel good. So I freaked out. I kind of went home like in the car telling my parents what happened.
They're like, Mom, Dad, guess you never told me what happened and everything.
Basically, that's it. And they're just like, okay, like, who's Ally? Like, so it was funny. As for these, what was the second question again?
The second question.
Oh yeah, I remember.
The support.
Yeah, the support. How does it feel to get it's overwhelming. I do what I do because obviously I love what I do. But I get so much creativity. I get all the energy that just never seems to die out because of all the support I get, not only from like my tamers, but from like from my mom, from my brother, from my dad, from my girlfriend, or from people at work, from everywhere. Like that energy, just seeing the smiles on people's faces and how much they actually enjoy content or enjoy my play or whatever, it just really pushes me. And I'm someone who works a lot with art and arts in general. So to me, that's kind of like the motivation to just do what I do. So I'm always at work and it's only because of them. I don't rest. And when I do rest, I'm thinking of ideas that I have in my mind to please entertain. So
you're never really resting. You're image training at that point.
No, yeah, I don't rest. If I'm not, if I'm not at work, then I'm training for Smash. If I'm not training for Smash, I'm working on like lyrics for a music I'm doing. Or if I'm not doing that, I'm making a video. Or if I'm not that, I'll be laying in bed, let's say, or just hanging with my girlfriend. But in my mind, I'm thinking of all the ideas and all the things I have to do and I want to do. And, what's the next thing that I'm going to be doing? So
I have in terms of your work, so I know who else does programming and coding in for Smash? Oh,
a lot of people.
Shroom. Well, Shroom is the one that comes to mind and I've talked to Dwan about it, and he's just like, yeah, no, his team at NVIDIA is like always super, super supportive. They watch a lot of his shit, and when he goes, it's like, oh yeah, that's like a separate part of his life that we can't stop him. We can't say, well, no, you have work to do. That almost takes precedence. What's kind of that environment at Ubisoft?
Ubisoft is incredibly supportive of me. like Ubisoft is my priority. Obviously, that's like it's my job. It's where I want to grow in. It's, you know, the career I want to head out to or whatever. But when I got hired from them, it was because of Smash. Smash is what got me into Ubisoft. So I had my crew back in like 2016, and it was called Heart of Hydra. And I kind of did this crew of people in Montreal who are super talented and super dedicated to getting better in Smash and who wanted to go competitive. So I would work with them and try to help them. And they really liked that leadership. And someone in the crew worked at Ubisoft. So he started to talk to Ubisoft about me and started to recommend me and stuff like that. By then, I think I've applied there maybe 15 times. And I don't have any gaming like background or anything besides Smash. Like I don't really work with games. I didn't study in programming or anything. So they approached me and they saw some of my YouTube videos and the way I speak and the way I manage their like the crew website and the way that I would, you know, be a leader or you know, do videos on tutorials on seeing certain frame data in Smash or whatever. And they saw that I was seeing things not only like differently when it came to video games and how it works and how it's supposed to be, but they saw, you know, they saw leadership, they saw me being organized, they saw dedication because I work a lot and I like to work a lot, the fact that I travel, and they saw what is it? I feel like there's just so much that I want to say, but it all blanks. The point is, they saw that and they called me up for an interview, and they like the way I speak, and I could definitely have a career and maybe like speaking for them or something. So it started with that, and I got into dev testing, and since then they've always been supportive of my Smash stuff. I submit tournament dates, let's say, of where I want to go and when I want to go. So, example, I'll submit GOML, but they know for a fact that Ubisoft is priority, and I made it super clear. And if I can't go and I'm being denied to go, then that's completely fine. I'll just submit the next one until I'm actually able to go. So that's just how it works, if it's busy or not.
So I was going to ask a question that I think, who was it? Superboy Nicholas asked, but your mom actually answered it pretty perfectly.
Oh,
so
all right.
Yeah, it was his advice on the first tournament. Like I see all the questions that are being posted, guys. It's like once we get to that part in the segment, I'm just going down the list of all the questions. So like Zekrom, Super Nicholas, like if you guys think I'm not asking your questions just yet, don't worry. I will be asking them later down into the podcast. We're just trying to tackle out through a lot of these things as well. But nah, don't need to apologize, Mama. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're our support right now. You're our mad support right now.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much I can't see the chat, so whoever's in the chat, thank you so much for being there, for being super supportive. We appreciate it.
It's basically like your chat when you stream that's in here right now.
I love
it's your regulars. It's your regulars right now.
They're awesome.
Yeah. And it's pretty active.
They're my homies, honestly.
The tamer homies. The tamers.
Yeah, man. They give me all the power. They tame me.
They tame you.
Yeah.
Like a Digimon and everything. But, you know. All right. Let's keep following up on questions because, you know, old man D can't keep up with y'all. Young kids. According to Eshdarian. According to Prem.
Like your elders.
Damn right. But actually, no, there is actually some really good questions in here. Let me get to Zekrum's question that he asked earlier. They decided that they wanted to train hard in Smash 4 and to become a high-level Sonic player. So this is for you. Kels, could you train me as a teacher, like, as their teacher, and help them improve with their competitive play?
So I've been a coach for a while. Like I've coached a lot of people. I don't know about, like, I just don't have the time to train and like spend that much time and all that stuff anymore as I used to. But I'm always willing to help if you have sets that you want me to look over. just tweet it to me. And during my lunch breaks, I'll take a look and see what feedback I can give. And every Thursday I stream, and I always want to give advice and get advice. So if you want to come down and we can play a set, I'll keep your name in my mind and we'll play. And I can definitely give some feedback and you can work on it.
So Zachary, if you're satisfied with that, just let us know in the chat. Let me see any other questions going on before I look all the way at the bottom. Manny does do lessons. You got a quick one. All right, go ahead.
Smash and Splash 4. Yay, nay, yay, nay.
I want to go to Smash and Splash 4 so bad.
Ubisoft, if you're watching this right now, let her
Everybody
come. Let her come.
Oh.
We are doing mad work for Smash and Splash 4. This will be great. You gotta have her come out. You gotta cover it.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. And
like, you see my hair? I actually did my hair. I'm trying to keep my hair upkeep for Smash and Splash 4. So I'm gonna.
Dude, every time I hear about Smash and Splash, that tournament ends up being the hypest tournament of the year. Like, I wanted to go last year, but my boss said no.
Damn.
So I had to take that one out.
Like, no.
But I would love to go this year. We'll see.
Hey, D, do you remember what tournament was it last year that was on the same weekend as Smash and Splash?
What do you mean, DreamHack?
Yeah, or wasn't it like the week before CEO or something like that?
You mean Combo Breaker?
No, there was. I just remember there was something in Canada.
Oh. It wasn't Get On My Level or
yeah, I know.
EGLX or any of those.
No.
There wasn't anything that clashed with Smash and Splash.
Yeah, not on that level.
Yeah.
I mean, no, there was, because that was where M2K lost to Chudat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was like the Red Bull event.
Yeah, it was the Red Bull event. I mean, that's a premiere. Like, you can't control those type of things. Like, you can't control premieres, no matter how hard you try, Blur. You can't control those.
Yeah, it was a Melee event. It wasn't Smash 4. Like, it was really
it was just Melee.
No, it was Smash 4, because Anti was there.
Yeah, Anti and then one. Yeah, I mean, true.
I don't remember what tournament was, because...
Maybe it was Dommel. Was it? It was in July, right?
Yeah, no, June.
Okay,
it was literally that first weekend of June. I can't remember that.
I don't know. I was at E3, so I don't really know.
I'll hit up Anti later on Twitter.
But yeah, the moral of the story is don't do what Anti did last year and go and then regret it, because Smash and Splash is primo.
We're in a water park, okay?
Yeah, you're in a water park. There's like a giant movie theater. There's go-karts, bowling alleys. What else?
There's mad stuff there. We're in a amusement park.
Yeah, there's like actual giant rides in the. that face just.
I saw the face. She's like, yeah.
You had me at a lot, so. But like I said, it falls on like a day that's pretty important. So I don't know, but I really would love to go. So we'll see.
Keeping those fingers crossed.
Yeah.
There was another question that I saw. That was a really good one.
What food to eat before a tournament?
No, not that one. I mean, that is a good question.
The answer is poutines, by the way. The poutine is the correct answer for what to eat. I feel like actually poutine
the real question is to eat a banana. Like, dead ass, eat a banana.
I what?
You never regret it. Eat a banana. You'll never regret it. Before a tournament,
I eat banana twice a day.
Damn right. See, potassium. Shout outs.
I know. I have a banana every day. I didn't have my banana today.
You didn't?
Sorry, I'm bad and I accidentally tapped a link.
Leanne, if you can hear me, get Kelsey a banana.
No!
Do it! Yes! Yes! Yes!
For those of you listening, when this is uploaded onto Mixcloud, D just convinced Kelsey's girlfriend to go get a banana.
Yes, and we
I don't really know what's happening because
too.
I'm cut out for like the better part of 8 seconds, but in those 8 seconds, we have mobilized a banana.
And here's the banana, and yep, banana's in front of Kelsey. Look at her face. He's so.
Mama Del knows. Poutine brings you down like pizza. No good. Yeah, poutine will hit your gut, and then you'll just be asleep for your set.
Don't hit her with the banana. You're not Diddy Kong. You play Sonic.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that means you have to spin dash into her. Just
Oh, you're right.
dive. Just dive straight in.
Imagine
There's some
homing
great
attack.
clip potential stuff. These are some great clips. Okay, it's Blue Egg 17 had a really good question. What's a good way to help a friend who has mentality problems and it occurs often?
Something to keep in mind with that, actually, and I want to shout out to every single person who has been super supportive and patient with me, like when I did have my moments, because no matter what they would say to me, I wouldn't, I would say thanks and that helps or whatever, but I wouldn't consider or change anything about it, type of thing, So, and that can be very frustrating. I lost a lot of friends because of that. You have to realize that this person feels something and is in their head, and they're the only person who can get out, not you. You can't, make them feel better about themselves or whatever. They have to do that in their own way, in their own time. It's their battle. So you have to, give the advice. It's there. If he considers it, that's awesome. And if he doesn't, then that's fine. Showing your support, showing that you're there, that's the best way to help somebody. Just not giving up on that person, reminding that you're just there. That is like the best thing you can do. And that, when they know that someone believes in them to change that mentality, or when someone believes in them to just be more positive or whatever, then that's what it's about. And it's going to get better on his own terms. It just has to be in his own way.
Good. Nice answer.
Thank you.
Blue Egg, if you're in there, that was your question that just got answered. Hope you're still in here. We didn't forget about you. All right. You still got that banana?
Yeah, I got the banana, but I'm not eating it yet. I just had dinner. I'm really full. I had a really good dinner, so.
Nice.
Was it a poutine?
There goes the question.
I had a poutine like I wish it was.
I was not even going to ask that.
No poutines.
Karugosa has a question.
Okay.
Competitive elements aside, what is the neatest touch in Smash Brothers?
That's all I mean.
The neatest touch?
Yeah, it's clearly not the menu, because that menu's ass. But
really ass. The neatest touch. Wow, I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's got for me. It's got to be some like very subtle sound. It's got to be something that's just so satisfying.
Mine.
Whenever Sonic hits with Spin Dash.
Yeah.
So that's either that or
that is a satisfying sound.
Like when he drills into you,
it's
like with that Spin Dash, and you feel the like.
Yeah, like he's breaking through like the walls in his stage or something when he does the Spin Dash.
Yeah, exactly. So I love that sound. I also I love his look. He's a lot better. Like Brawl Sonic's blue was like his shade of blue is off, and like his mouth was in the middle, and he just was very dark, and like he was always angry, like Sonic 06 that style. So Smash 4, he's a lot happier. His blue's on point. His sound effects are pretty badass. So I definitely like just Sonic's overall design changes. It's nice.
Mine is when the character icons have that little gleam in their eye when you fully charge their attack.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
That is really nice. You're right.
Like it's a really subtle thing when it's just like it's a satisfying thing because then like, okay, I got that.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just feel good about yourself, so they're rewarding you.
Right on. Barbecue. Kels, you pride yourself on being one of the more hyped Sonics that never plays campy. Is this a reflection of your playstyle, or are you just trying to break the mold as far as Sonic mains go?
I'm just doing me, honestly. I don't really care what people think or what people are doing. I'm sick of caring what people think. I just do me. I've been playing Sonic and Smash because I love the game, and that's the mentality I always go with. Me being aggressive or, doing what I love to do, in that neutral, just being myself. I feel free in like the game. So I just go with it. I just go with the wins. It just feels good for me, and I create all those combos and what I do within the moment. It's not that I lab them; it literally just comes to me, and I just go with it because I know my knowledge of the game. I just go with the flow. But I am trying to be a bit more patient. There is times where you do have to be patient, and you gotta camp out a little bit. So I'm trying to get a little bit better at that. But naturally, I'll always be the one that's probably going to initiate that first move.
I mean, I think, and D, I'm sure you can probably tell me, is Seagull Joe, isn't he a Sonic main?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's one that every time I see him, he plays like this
boring Sonic.
Oh, no. It's boring, sure, but like watching it, there's actually quite a bit of finesse to how he times it, and I think that's kind of what you're talking about, Kelsey.
That's because Sonic
got
nerfed. That's because Sonic got nerfed back then when once Sonic got you at 90 to 100%. We just had to back throw you.
Felt good.
It felt amazing.
I would kill people at 7. You would rage. I'm like, yeah.
It was the happiest thing in the world. Like Smashville was our stage. 40%, you're dead.
No, but like he got nerfed 4 times. People need to stop complaining.
Yeah, like that was one of the characters that got nerfed a lot.
It definitely got a hit in the face a lot because a lot of people just hated on him. So Sakurai paid attention to it while the game was fresh and stuff.
Now some of us play the way we do, except for you and me. But
all I want is a Greninja buff. Just give me a Greninja, just a small one. No, even if it's just a small frame improvement.
Dude, Greninja got nerfed the most out of all the casts.
Yeah, I know.
It hurts.
You want to know how bad Greninja got nerfed? You remember the 3DS version?
I studying wakes up every morning crying. Is that what it is?
3DS version where like you can hit someone with up smash multiple times before like they can even react and stuff. Even Mega Man before like the 3DS, like the game officially released, was like the most busted character in the game.
Yeah, he was. Like I remember the E3 version, he was crazy. Kirby 2 was really good.
Yeah, you could Dacus with them. Down smash did 3 different hits and it did 70% if you got hit by all 3 parts of the down smash. Leaf Shield came out in frame 1.
Sakurai, if you're listening, what were you thinking?
Sakurai was just like, I had a character. Like,
I don't really want you to fix it. Just respond. #MindGames. I did it because I don't care.
Sakurai don't speak English.
I'm not even gonna go there. My Japanese isn't good enough. It's been too long since I've even tried this, so I'm not even gonna try.
Okay, where was the other question? That one was mad silly, and I think it was from the same person.
It was, why does Sonic have 1 big eye instead of 2 normal sized?
Yeah,
ones?
that was the question I was looking at.
I knew it.
Can never unsee that.
I've wondered that for many years.
I think we all did for a while, because every time when I was drawing like Sonic characters back then, I'm just like, okay, do I like do 1 big eye and then add the pupils? And then you realize he had like 4 different pupils and everything.
It was so.
I mean, why is his nose a raisin? Like, we have so many questions, but no.
He was supposed to be a needle-nosed mouse. That's why.
I never thought of that. That it's a raisin?
It looks like a.
Just look at his.
It looks like an exclamation point
to his nose.
Yeah,
I used to think it looks like a chocolate almond.
I never saw the I saw the exclamation point all the time. That's how I always remembered how to draw Sonic's nose.
Yeah, that works better.
I'm just like, draw the goggles, put the little exclamation point in the center, boom, eyes.
I'm gonna draw him right now.
Alright, you do that while I find us another question.
I don't even have nice paper.
I got one.
Okay.
This one?
What are the most wholesome moments you've had with fans, viewers, friends, whatever, at a tourney?
Wholesome moments?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean by wholesome? I never heard that word.
Like,
you never heard of wholesome?
Okay, at Smash and Splash, subtle plug for Smash and Splash. Last year, and I'm sure D, you can probably tell the story better.
Are you talking about when we first met?
No, the Hungry Bucks when he took his jersey off in the middle of the room and just gave it to some little kid.
Yeah, I remember that.
So there's this little kid who walks up to Hungry Bucks and starts talking to him, and they start playing some friendlies. He walks away, and his mom comes back and says, "Oh, you're his favorite player, this and that." And Hungry Bucks walks up to this kid, takes his jersey off, signs it, and just hands it to him, and just walking around shirtless for the rest of for a couple hours.
Until someone just got this man a shirt.
I think he just went and got another one of his jerseys, but he just out of the blue takes off his jersey, signs it, gives it this little kid. It's at most I'd say 11 years old.
Dude, that's so awesome. I never
Right?
heard about this story.
I feel like it didn't really get onto the subreddit or anything.
Didn't, because his speech at the end took over all that and stuff.
Yes,
People
very
hate
true.
People hate Hungry Bucks.
You're right.
I get it, but I just don't get it. He's an endemic good for Smash in the same way.
He plays a balloon type Pokemon in a game that people think is aggressive for whatever reason. Well,
he just does what he wants, man.
no,
Yeah,
we do what we want, and people don't like that.
No way in hell am I ever gonna badmouth someone like Salem because well, he plays a character that I kind of don't like. I'm like, dude, Salem's incredible. Don't try to take it away because you don't like his character.
I feel so bad for people like Mistake.
Yeah, Mistakes, Salem, and Captain Zack, all of them, they get so much shade because they play a character. It's like, dude,
Well,
it still requires skill.
Zach loves to antagonize people.
Yeah, I mean, Zach likes the drama, and that's fine. Give him a few years; he'll grow out of it, I'm sure.
No, he won't.
Oh my god, are you
Dude, that
serious?
is so much better than mine.
Yeah,
God,
that was the better part of 20 seconds.
I remember when I used to draw Sonic all the time, and I was like, man, that sucks. Let me just draw Charming the Bee. He's easier. This is a big old head with some.
Oh my god, I'm done.
Charming the Bee was the easiest thing to draw. You just draw a big head with some antennas and the same nose and eyes.
All the time.
Gosh.
But yeah, the question, I guess. I don't really know because I really I love my fans. I really love them so much. I've had once where somebody came to me and drew me this gigantic poster, and or someone wrote me a letter, and there's certain I think one guy almost gave me his controller, and the best is just getting people to come to you and telling you how they've changed your life type of thing. That gives me purpose. I feel like my purpose has always been to entertain and to make people smile. So the fact that I've actually meant something to someone, that's it regarding just my work and things that I love to do by just being myself, I feel so appreciated to just be alive and be able to have that. When it comes to giving, I mean, I love to go to the schools. I love hosting fundraisers to help some fans or people out when things happen. I once drew a picture for a fan. He was really, really sad during the event after we met. So I drew him a picture of Sonic and he loved it. Or I got him a t-shirt. There's certain times where it's I ended up taking one fan out to pizza. Just moments like that. I don't know. I love just anything I can do to make someone smile. I love that.
Love it. Kelsey loves her fans.
I do.
You heard it here first.
She buys them jerseys.
I love them very, very much.
She'll occasionally buy your jersey. Or take you out for pizza. Whatever comes first.
Yay! I that is the easiest way to get me to hang out with you. Just say there's pizza. I will be there. I will.
I think I told you that one time, and we were like, "Oh my god, let's go!"
Yeah, let's go! Like, I was so ready.
I think like we were both like super starving and everything. And I was like, "Yo, Kelsey, there's food in the staff room. Let's go right now."
Let's go! Like, I'm pretty sure we left so fast.
We left so fast. I was so hungry that day.
Dude,
anyone in the world that says that food is not the quickest way to just pique their interest is lying to you to your face. Just say, hey, there's waffles.
There is There is a
waffles
deep quote. There's a
Have you
quote
ever
so
tried
deep.
a Belgian waffle?
Yes.
Hell yeah! Have you ever had a malted Belgian waffle?
But have you ever had a Belgian waffle in Belgium?
Oh no, I wish.
Oh, because that's the difference.
God, I can't get my.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what he's
Sorry,
talking about.
mate.
I was saying there's a really deep quote that it came from Cartoon Network, and it lives with me to this very day. The closest way to a man's heart is through their arteries.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That.
Shout outs to the Canker Sisters from Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Yeah, I was like, I know. What is that line? Oh, it's when they make the canker surprise
They
or
make
whatever.
the Canker Surprise hamburgers and stuff. Oh, yeah, there was another one. There was another question that I saw. I don't know. It was from Kagarosa. It's kind of weird, but do you ever feel like there are problems that are unique to you that you fear others wouldn't understand?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think that, like,
I think we all have that.
yeah, I think everybody has something they're going through, their own battles. I actually just made a video about this. We all have challenges that, like, we're facing that maybe not every single person is going to understand, or someone will understand, but that you might know. But it's your challenge, and it's something you're going to come out of. And sometimes you can feel very alone in your head and what you're going through, and think all sorts of things of if you're going to get out of it or not, because you feel like you're the only one who's feeling it, and maybe you're different from everyone, or that you just don't belong. But just know, yeah, you're not alone. There are people who feel that way about their own thing every single day, and talking about it always helps. Even if they might not understand, they support it. I have a lot of those moments where I just feel like I don't belong, or I feel completely out of it. And one day I'll know everything about myself, but the next day I won't know anything about myself, and I'd feel very lost and very confused. So, I would turn to my girlfriend mostly, and I would talk to her about that, and I'll just cry for like 20 minutes, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm good now. And then I start getting better or whatever. So everyone kind of has their own thing they're dealing with. It's just time and patience. And when you do get out of it, you're going to learn a lot from it, but you will find that next thing that you will have problems with, and it's just going to keep you're always going to have something to grow from, and that's what's exciting about life.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Thanks,
Leanne,
man.
give me a thumbs up. Is what she said is true about when she'll talk to you for like 20 minutes and cry.
I don't think yeah, we don't see your thumb.
I saw it.
You saw it? Okay.
I saw the
Okay.
shadow. I saw the shadow too.
Oh lordy.
There was another one. What was the first time you ever signed an autograph?
My first time I signed an autograph.
Are you still drawing that Sonic?
Yeah, man.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I keep seeing her moving around. We had an autograph.
The first time I ever signed something, an autograph, this was probably at like EGLX, maybe 2016. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I got top 8 the first time at like a major, which is Canada Cup 2015, and that was like my first big major, like being competitive. And then my next following major was EGLX, and that was the first time I had someone come up to me, and I was like,
Whoa.
and I was like,
You're talking to me?
I thought you're talking to me? Like, what do you want from me? Why? And I'm like, I had to, he's like, sign. I'm like, okay. And I didn't have a signature, and I just wrote my name, and that was it. So, and then after Apex, things kind of blew up. So, yeah. I kind of like made a signature as I was signing things over and over again. So it was cool.
Oh man, that that's one of those experiences like, oh shoot, I should probably make a signature that looks halfway decent instead of just.
I need to start doing that because I have one for my actual name, but then I realized I don't really practice cursive anymore like I used to. So like when I try to do it for D Disciple, it's so weird.
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, I don't know where my notebook is. I'm not gonna waste my time pulling it out. But yeah, my handwriting is this terrible mix between straight hand and cursive, where like some of the letters flow together, some don't. My signature shows it.
At least you guys don't hold a pen or a pencil weird, apparently, since I do. Like I'm trying to find one. Like I use my whole hand to write, not just like the fingers and stuff. Like how people always say like thumb and index finger or whatever to write. Like I just use like my whole pinky and my thumb right like that, and just go from there.
Okay, so. Oh dear Lord! Come on.
She even got the finger wag and everything, bro. Like the shoes, the kicks, all of that.
Yeah, sometimes what I do when I meet Sonic fans, when like I'm signing stuff, I'll like if I see that they're a Sonic fan, they're wearing like a Sonic shirt or something, I'll draw a little Sonic head next to my signature, and then they get really excited, and that's like the best reaction.
Dude, Sonic fans like geek out the moment you put like a Sonic fit.
Exactly. So that's why I love doing it.
I'm gonna start drawing like Shadow.
Heck yeah, we're all gonna draw something by the end of this.
I have like the D be the Shadow, and then it go from there.
See, now here I am going back to Greninja. Man, more people need to play Greninja. I don't get to talk about Greninja that much.
Just make a Greninja signature, and then you're good.
I mean, like, yeah, but
draw Greninja and then have your name in the tongue or something like. Make that. I'm gonna do that.
If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna have a stamp that's Corin doing a pin and my name in the pin.
That'd be kind of cool. I'm gonna tell that to Cosmos. We'll have Cosmos do that from now on.
Oh, man,
that's gonna be Cosmos' thing.
First Supergirlkels is stealing my name. Now Cosmos is stealing my ideas. Great.
Yay!
Hey, I gotta spread the love out there. All right. Nico Bellic actually has another question.
Okay.
Do you have anything to say for people who want to get more support for Smash, but whose community is very unsupportive and toxic? Oh, I'm not gonna say the region, but yeah.
this is definitely my case. This was my case when I started. I didn't really have friends. I also live extremely far away from my scene, so everyone kind of makes friends, and they tend to talk more French. So I'm very left out a lot, and it just doesn't like connect very well. Like I feel like I don't fit in sometimes. So it's definitely hard, but I kind of made my own community, or like I can't play with people in my scene. Like I said, they're too far. So I went online and I found that community. And I made friends and I practiced with them, and like Anthor's Ladder really helped me personally. Like I got good through that, and then I got to Discord and I met online friends. And online has always been my scene. I never consider like where I live my scene, because I started with online, and I will always be an online player first. And then only then I started to go out and I competed myself, and naturally I just made some friends within my scene as time went on, and I kept playing. You start talking to people who are new, and maybe they're like they're like you, where they don't fit in maybe with the others very well. And then you guys get to be friends, and then you just kind of do your own thing. So that's me and a few people here in Montreal. So it's cool.
There you go, Nico.
So, actually, hold on. I want to check one thing.
What's up?
I think Bad Not Good's from Montreal. No, they're from Toronto. Shoot. Well, I'm gonna say if you've heard of Bad Not Good, but
nope.
Never mind.
Never mind. I wouldn't have been surprised, because there's like 3 different locals that happen here in Montreal per week. So it's like I only go to one of them, so I wouldn't know where the other ones are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the best place to get just a nice sandwich in Montreal?
In Montreal, you gotta go to Schwartz.
Schwartz.
May the Schwartz be with you.
May the Schwartz be with you. You gotta go to Schwartz. That is the like everyone comes to Montreal for that. Like a lot of people that I know come to Montreal just to have Schwartz. So whenever I'm at tournaments, they're like, yeah, I'm just here for Schwartz. I'm like, all right.
Oh shit! This is like. This has got some.
Did you Google Schwartz?
Yes, I did. I Googled Schwartz, and yeah.
It's a really old place. It is the best smoked meat in the world, and they have the best sandwiches and like the best like poutines and stuff like that. But it's owned by Celine Dion. Like she's the one that like.
Okay, now I gotta go. You just said the name. Like now I gotta go. And
yeah, like her husband founded the place, but he died recently. So like now it's in her name, but she's not actually there. But she visits sometimes. So I've never seen her, but apparently she goes quite often when she's here. So yeah, go to Schwartz. You can only sit there for I think like 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes, and then they move on because like 12 o'clock p.m. there is a line like outside going all the way down. You need to wait quite a while to get in, but it is so worth it. It is amazing. I love it there.
Damn.
Yeah, I haven't been in like 2 years. I would love to go back.
See, now I'm like mentally planning a trip to Montreal and getting a sandwich. Jeez.
You gotta go. Like
we're getting poutine and apparently sandwich once you get to Montreal. Like they're gonna be a big tournament going. Nah,
no, we're not going. Like phenomenal was just like he tweeted the other day. He goes, "I wasn't impressed with anything in Canada while I was there."
Oh yeah.
Who said that?
Yeah,
Who said that?
I was like,
EE.
yeah, and then Anti posted, he's like, you have to go to Montreal. And I was like, you have to come to Montreal for Schwartz. So if he comes here, I'm going to house him, and I'm going to take him to Schwartz.
What he gets? I mean, I could yell at him right now. He's in a Facebook chat with me. I'm like, boy.
Tell him we're going to Schwartz.
I will.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's so much good stuff in Canada. Don't be hating on Canada.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. It's just... if it really depends where you are.
Yeah, I hate in certain parts of Canada. I hate certain parts.
Me too. Join the club.
Yeah,
I think
definitely there's some parts that I wish did not exist.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna
the
say
only
no
time
names.
I've been to Canada was going to Victoria. What, 10th grade or something. The place is super bougie and incredibly expensive, and I don't want to go back.
Yeah. Some places are really crazy. Like they had this tournament. I think it was Summit. With Smash for like 3 years ago, and a really good friend of mine, Manny, went there, and it was his first time in Canada, and then it was so expensive there, and he was like, "What the hell, dog? Like a water bottle's like $5. What's wrong?"
That sounds like Manny. That sounds like Manny.
Like you can understand what he sounds like, but yeah, like people were really complaining about how expensive Canada was. I was like, it's not Canada; it's literally just
that
where
one
you
spot.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So. Because really, like, if you're U.S. and you're coming to Canada, it's actually very cheap for U.S. because our dollar sucks. So.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Help me whenever I go to U.S. I cry.
Right.
I'm like, I always look at the menu. I'm like, aw, a $12 burger. Look, Mom, a $30 burger. And then like,
it's so sad. Like,
oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh, so okay. What was this one? Oh, kid.
One more.
How do you feel about the Supergirlkels memes?
Oh, I love them. Like at first I was like, oh no, like I was super like self-conscious about like, oh man, I really look like that, whatever. But then like I really saw how people just enjoyed it and embraced it, and then I started to embrace it and started to use it. So I don't know, I'm totally into it. I love it when I see a new meme every day, or like whatever every so while. It definitely makes my day brighter. I laugh a lot about myself and moments I have in my videos or content, or moments like this. Like there might be something that I don't know about. So
what's your favorite meme right now of you?
still my original one, the one where I'm just like
oh, the face. Yeah.
The original one. I like Kiwi. Shout out to Kiwi. She made it an emote on my Twitch, so like it's just always there now. So I'm really happy I embraced that one a lot.
Yeah, that is one of the best ones. I wish we could have got the one where you freak out when you figure out how to open a water bottle from from shots fired.
Oh, I don't have reference for this.
Okay. So this was
either D or chat.
My girlfriend
No,
says
no, no,
she
no.
has to
It's
see this,
me.
she has
It's
to
me.
get-
It's me. Mama Dell's in here too. She was there. This was when Sam, MVD, all of us. This was the Florida tournament. Shots Fired 3, right? Yeah.
Stop talking.
So this was at Shots Fired 3
Oh, yeah.
when MVG invited a bunch of the players that we invited out. We all went for dinner, and we were at this table. And there's like these water bottles where like if we had like these water bottles there, like for a water, just for like a water jug, regular to refill our water ups and everything. And you had to like rotate it up to open it.
Yeah, like it was kind of like there was like clip-ons.
Yeah, and Kel's never seen this before, this contraption.
Yeah.
So she's just having the hardest time trying to figure out how to open it and everything. And we're not trying to like give her like obvious hints or clues on how to do it. We're just trying to see if she can figure it out herself. And then eventually she figures it out just randomly, just by accident. She flicks it the right way and it pops and it makes this little noise and her face goes, oh! The moment she saw like it open up, she's like, oh! And she just squeaks. She just does this squeak, and we're all just dying laughing there at the table. We had her recorded. I'm pretty sure
Sam recorded.
Yeah, Sam recorded it and everything.
It's on Twitter, I think. It's
Yeah,
just
he posted it on Twitter. He could probably find it later if we ask him.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
get that. I want to save that now.
It was the greatest thing. Like her face and everything is like when you realize, it's like when you get that tech down for the first time.
Yeah, that was a really funny time. I remember that was a good night. Frame Perfect is still like my favorite
It
tournament.
was a fun tournament.
Yeah.
Frame Perfect. Yeah, that was a super fun one.
Are they making a new Frame Perfect? Because I will come back immediately. I will I will quit my job for that tournament.
We haven't announced anything yet, but I'm pretty sure it's in the making.
Bless.
It's always Meet the Kings like special event.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick, just a random question. Where all in the US have you been? Obviously, you said you were at Genesis, so you got some quality bay time.
Let me see. Nicholas found the video. Oh my god, no way! Someone in the
Wow,
chat
that was fast.
Yeah, they found
Holy-
it. Oh yeah, so yeah, it's just post it in here. You
Damn.
can post it in here.
post it, yeah. I want to see this.
Wow.
You can post it in the chat.
Let me go find my results and stuff. It'll tell me where I've been. Tell me what it looks like, guys.
Yeah, just post it in the chat. You're fine.
Okay. All right. So meanwhile, where I've been in the US, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been to New Jersey. I've been to New York. I've been to. Oh, I'm scrolling through them all. I've been to Michigan. I've been to Chicago. I've been to. Let's see. I've been to Virginia. I've been to Boston. I've been to Florida, obviously. I've been to Michigan again. It's like where is that? Where was Royal Flush held?
New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey.
Yeah,
Atlantic City.
I wasn't sure if that was Jersey. I've been to Las Vegas. I've been to NorCal. I've been to I was gonna say Belgium and Netherlands, but then I realized that's not US. So
I mean,
US.
yeah,
I'll take Belgium.
Been to Michigan.
yeah, I've been to Michigan, and that's like it for now. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was all last year.
Damn.
All right, so I'm about to play the video so that everyone gets the sound. It's gonna be a nice little sound bit.
Wait, my girlfriend's not there.
This is Supergirlkels trying to open this water bottle.
She's like,
And she doesn't
because
know how.
her dad got
There's
home,
water
so
right
she was
here that
running
she
to
can
tell
look
him
at,
don't
but she's
yell
not.
since we're on this
She's struggling.
Because he walks in, all you hear is, hello!
I want to see this again.
Wait, are you watching it?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Oh my god, I'm excited.
The squeal that you do is so adorable.
Wait, I need to get this link.
Check the Facebook chat. I posted in there.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm watching this right now.
Oh, it's funny.
The squeal. It's
Alright, guys,
the
thank you.
greatest 25-second vid ever.
Freaking Esau.
Can you hear me in the back? I'm like, why are you pushing it?
I didn't even know he was filming me. Like, that's the best.
Her expression when she gets it's so innocent, so pure.
Well, when we post this episode, I'll make sure to post that link as well.
Oh god.
Please, yeah, y'all got a new meme. Y'all got a new meme.
Gosh.
God damn, man.
Oh man. All right, so we got we're starting to closing up around to the ends. So, if you guys have any final questions for our special guest, Kels here, now is the time to post them. I'm gonna give you guys like a few more minutes to do that.
And while you're doing that, I think the floor is yours, Kelsey. If you want to do any shout outs, holler at people, start some beef, pick a fight on the internet, do it.
Well, Dia, you know I've always hated it. No, I'm joking.
Go.
Let it all out.
Seriously though, like I just want to thank you so much for obviously having me here and thinking about having me to talk and all of that. I just want to say like spread love. Like that's one thing I want to say. Like not to sound like a hippie or something, but like I'm like all about love, and that's something that my heart has opened up so much to since I've gotten out of everything, where it's like I went from feeling nothing at all to feeling everything really, really deeply. And I was never really happy when I was like, I think I remember starting not being happy by like my 4th grade. So I think I was under 10 years old. That's when I knew I wasn't happy. And that just kind of stuck with me. And then when the only person I cared about in the world left and just disappeared one day because she had been deported back to her country, and I never saw her ever again until when we got reunited recently. It broke me completely, and I just lost everything. And like I stopped eating, I stopped caring about myself. I think I lost like 30 pounds. I became really, really sick. I just like didn't care anymore, and I never thought that my mind would open up again until like I saw her again. But really it just allowed me to find myself in my own way. And only when I started to care about myself and take care of my health and take care of what mattered and find passions and embrace people in my life and things that I love to do, that's when things really looked up for me. And that's when I actually reunited with her and saw her last year, finally, after 7 years. And it's working towards that goal of what she wants and working towards what makes you feel happy and finding that happiness, and just be curious about life. Just give love. Never be angry. There was a time where like I just refused to get a hug or a touch from anybody. Like for let it happen. It's there to help you learn and grow and meet better people and inspire bad people to be better people. And just remember, everyone can go through what you can go through, and don't put anyone down and make them feel what maybe you have gone through. Just keep pushing people and to be like the best that they can be, type of thing. And that's it.
Hell yeah. And I guess let's rapid fire some of these.
Yeah.
We got some good quality simple questions here.
All
Fire,
right.
water, or grass? What starter Pokemon? Go.
Grass.
What kind of superpower you want?
What?
What kind
What
of
kind of
superpower?
superpower?
Speed.
If you had to live in a Disney movie, what would it be?
Lion King.
Take up any
Uh,
martial arts.
Sorry?
What type of martial arts have you taken up?
Karate.
Favorite pizza topping.
Pepperoni.
Your greatest upset in your Smash career.
MVD.
BD?
Yeah.
Get F Jesse. I'm
If,
trying
if
not
I'm
to swear
if I'm
that much.
going with PGR stats, yeah, MVD.
Get body, Jesse. You suck. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, don't be mean to Jesse.
That's my boy. I got better hair.
Yeah, you're like his twin, right?
Yeah, we're
Isn't that the
twins.
meme?
No, it's the hair. It's the hair battle. all
Oh,
the
right.
time.
You both have hair, and don't you both snore like bears?
Everything we do is competitive, okay? From
Me
our
too. Us, I snort too when I laugh too much, and I have very curly hair with him, so we always look like twins.
she's the triplet. She's the youngest one.
Favorite
She's
Japanese
like-
player in
Sorry,
favorite Japanese player in Smash.
Ken.
Ooh.
Come on, this is Sonic, man. Come on, man.
Well, before Ken, I knew him. It was Renai. I loved Renai.
Everybody loves Renai, man.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Mm.
Favorite stage to play on.
Genesis 5.
Okay. I'm only going to answer 3 more questions, so if you got a few more, go hurry up and shoot them off, because then we're going to wrap this up.
Favorite pump up song before a big set.
Miley Cyrus Can't Be Tamed.
Wait, which one?
Miley Cyrus Can't Be Tamed.
Can't be tamed. Okay.
Okay. Yep. I can't be tamed.
Yeah.
Hoping to be partying in the USA, but it's okay.
No, I hate that song.
You hate that song? Come on. That was
I do.
innocent. That was innocent, Miley. Your favorite dessert?
Chocolate cake.
Okay, and the final question. Favorite in-game Smash stage to play on?
Town and City. Sorry, Dreamland.
All right.
Good.
All right, and that is it for the questions and everything. You wanted to give any shout-outs to any of your sponsors or people?
Yeah, I mean, well,
Or
if you're
anyone
new
special
here-
out there?
If you've never been here before or have never seen me before, type of thing. Hi, my name is Supergirlkels. I'm an esports player for Even Matchup Gaming, Iceberg Esports. I'm also partnered with Red Bull Esports. So if you want, you can go check them all out if you want to see some more of my action in Smash 4 or just content-wise. If you want to follow me, it's at Supergirlkels on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. I post content twice a month. And on my website, www.supergirlkels.com is all is the place where you can get all the information when it comes to like my next tournaments, streams, news, music, and more, which you can't really find anywhere else. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, so this is the final one. So this is like how I do it in almost every episode so far. So I'm going to give a shout out to all the followers that follow us starting from the episode. Starting right now. We got Kelsey's in here. Once again, thank you again, Kelsey. Mama Dell, thank you for the follow. Air Smash 2003, thank you for the follow. I'm not going to say this one because they think they're clever, but it is a derogatory term, but thank you for the follow. Nico Bellic 75, thank you for the follow. Taco 428, thank you for the follow. Superborn Nicholas, thank you for the follow. And Blue Egg 17, thank you guys all for the follows and everything. And thank you all for joining us again, giving support to your favorite players, Supergirlkels. Thank you all the tamers out there. Good shout outs to Nicholas out there for posting the link, Supergirlkels, sgk.com, and her YouTube channel as well. And that we're gonna be wrapping up. This is our episode 3 of Mind Games. Correct? Am I right, Prem? Episode 3? I can't count.
Yeah, we got
Okay, I
Hero,
can count.
Jason,
All right, cool.
Supergirlkels, and then next week we got Hugs.
That's gonna be my
Yeah, we got Old Man Hugs,
I'm-
the actual Smash player who actually got me into Smash. So that's gonna be another sweet
Also-
episode.
I think he's may or may not be about as old as my grandfather, but man, we'll see.
He's pretty up there. He's older than me, so you know it's ancient.
Yeah, I
times.
mean, and D, you're ancient, so if he's
Yeah.
older than you, goddamn.
Respect your elders.
Elder.
Is it bad that the thing I think I may respect the most about Hugs is that, god damn it, he's pretty damn handsome. The man is, like, no joke, kind of beautiful.
We can discuss that next week about his handsomeness and everything. But right now, it is time to close up the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Kelsey, thank you. Leanne in the background, thank you for being a great little invisible host and bringing
Thank
her
you for the
up
banana.
She's not even here right now, but I'll tell you.
Ah,
She's
Damn
like,
it. Yo, show the Sonic drawing again, because I know you're still fidgeting around with that.
Oh, I kind of like ripped it apart, but
Oh my god, she killed Sonic's last life.
Wait, hold on. I think I can save him. Okay, you can kind of save him.
Bodied. But yeah, we're gonna close up, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. This is The Disciple and my boy Esteran, the other co-host, and this has been Mind Games Episode 3 featuring Ice, EMG, Supergirlkels, also sponsored by Red Bull. I see you guys next week again at 6 p.m. Central Time. Later.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.